Amy Cameron with STL Partners, and I'm here in all the buzz at MWC with Nicola Marziliano, VP of International Telco Sales at Wind River. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good, excellent. So MWC always brings lots of announcements. There's lots going on. Tell me, what are you most excited to see in RAN, core IT, and AI?
Great question. I think everybody's talking about digitalization, cloudification. All the networks components are now becoming more and more virtualized, so RAN, core, IT. But you touch also another important point, which is AI. Now, one of the themes that in our booth, but in general as an audience, everybody is speaking about is about AI. And it's evolving AI being not only an automation tool or inference tool, but it's going to be a physical AI. And one of the things that we are demonstrating in our booth is exactly cars, but even robots and drones and many other devices that will become more and more intelligent. So the more you move the intelligence to the edge, the more that transformation will be even more compelling around the far, far edge. So every single device will become an edge device, but also will become an intelligent edge device.
Telcos are under a lot of pressure to manage for cost, performance, and complexity. So how can Wind River really help telcos to address the change towards next generation cloud native architectures?
Yes, the topic of transforming the cloud, the networks into a cloud is about how do you, the right investment with the right return on that investment too, right? So you may have a driver that are cost optimization, you may have a driver that is revenue generation. Balancing the two is always a difficult part, and especially if you have a legacy to transform, which is the running cost at the moment, and then evolving to a new technology or a new solution. So the way Wind River is always helping the client, the operator, and the partners is to enable them to have a technology that is faster, quicker, and easy to deploy, having cost saving in terms of deployment, but also cost saving in terms of overall end-to-end solution. And finally, the most relevant point is the automation that we're bringing, because our solution is not only efficient in terms of deployment side, but also in terms of automation and operation in the day two environment, which is one of the driver and one of the promise that the cloudification of networks brings into the market. So doing that just for the sake of technology transformation doesn't bring a value to the client, to the operator, but the automation of the operation will become critical. That is exactly what Wind River is enabling.
They do have a big challenge ahead of themselves, but looking forward to 2026, what do you think is the biggest opportunity for telecoms operators?
We had a couple of conversations during this day with partners and clients. One of the topics that emerges, everybody is still repeating the same mantra, where this 5G monetization is. Everybody's still looking at the holy grail of the 5G and the 5G monetization potential. We have been talking during the past years about network slicing. One is a sample, and then let's bring back to my previous topic about physical AI and AI as the next level of transformation. In the past, we have been talking about slicing the networks to have a different quality of service. Now, there is a perfect example. Cars can be the next level where you can provide a different kind of service level depending on the service that you're delivering. So car to cars and vehicle to vehicle through a cellular connectivity will bring the possibility for an operator to monetize selling quality of service, for the end user of the car to have more service for health and safety, and the same for the car manufacturer to provide additional value service for their client. So I think that is a great example of monetizing the networks. And yes,
that monetization point is really key. Wind River talks a lot about real-time service and next-generation service. What do you see as your real USP for telecoms operators in this ecosystem to bring that monetization to life?
Wind River has been deployed up to now more than 100,000 servers around the world. We do have a skills and operation capability, which is pretty unique in the market. And that is an asset that we can bring to the client as not only a theoretical capability, but also hands-on and day two experience. I would say that my red line is about AI, right? So the more you go to the edge, the more you go to the far edge with the intelligent edge being AI enabled, the more you need to have a platform that is able to be fast and quick in responding, so low latency, super performing, and able to generate the inference and intelligence that you need at the very edge, at the very far edge of the network. So that is exactly what we bring. Different from the others, we do have a technology that has the capability to really to be super efficient at the edge of that.
Excellent. Thanks very much for joining us at MWC.